His story has been living inside me for a really long time, and it kind of is like this snowball that is like rolling down a mountain. It kept accumulating and accumulating.
There was a lot of start and stop to that script development stage, you know, finding the right writers, started thinking about cast, so it took a long time.
We shot this in the height of the pandemic, pre-vaccine.
Action!
We had to change locations at the last minute. It was having a really strong plan and then pivoting constantly.
Just need one good one.
I got thrust into the director's seat, and then from then on, it's been a ferocious process.
We leveled up on the challenges.
Only a weakened man can benefit from this. Only a strong man can survive it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I've been carrying the weight of this story for like 8 years of my life, and I finally get the opportunity to tell it. And I am so, excited to be doing it here in Indonesia and Batam with all of you. You're all so talented. You're bringing a whole universe to life in this city that we're creating.
We were meant to shoot in India, and then this thing called COVID happened, and we had to pull out.
It was a catastrophe for the film, and then we managed to find another glimmer of light in Indonesia.
You know, I had this contact in Indonesia, Mike Wolawan, who sent us this drone footage of Batam. And he said, come here, we'll bubble you, we'll get everybody into the country, and we'll shoot, you know? So then I call Dave, and I tell him, I have an idea. What do you think? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Dave and I landed in Batam, looked at each other and said, this doesn't look anything like India. We had to find locations that we could dress up and then build the other areas of sets and stories within the soundstage. So because we said it's a heightened city in India, costume designer on set, he started showing us pieces that was actually a little different than the traditional India. And then Dave would push that.
I love this.
He sort of thrives when there is a challenging situations, which there were many. We had to use the same extras in so many scenes. They had to get even more creative.
Go back, go back.
I had a wonderful crew. It was a huge group effort.
It's literally our own creation of this country that we love and admire. It was quite inspiring to see they come up with ideas and solutions and constantly just keep going forward. You know, he's a fierce warrior.
One more.
At its core, this film is an anthem for the underdog and the everyman who has to face so much adversity, so much failure, and supported by other underdogs is only when he realizes his true potential.
Go push in a bit more so there's less drip. You know what I mean? So you're getting more into the sink, the drip's really on us.
His sort of leadership and ideas to push everyone to elevate the work was something very special to see.
Yes! One more! That's the best one. That's the best one.
Dave is unbelievable. There are few people in this world that I have come across who are that passionate. He's pure passion. When he says something, there's something to back it up. He's extremely intelligent.
You get it? Yes. Make sure you don't drift too far that way, yeah? Loved it.
I'm tipping my hat to the directors that I have been lucky enough to actually share a set with.
Wow! That was amazing.
As a director, he is very precise, he's very particular, he knows what he wants.
Let's do one more. Sorry to be a real finicky, annoying person.
You keep giving him takes, and you don't feel tired because he comes and briefs you something which you have not thought.
Look up. Wow! That is how you should have seen.
The way he explains is very important. It's not just, I want one more. He took out what I was not expecting out of me.
You can do the a little quicker.
You don't even realize with Dave that you're being directed. He will get what he wants because he is an actor. So therefore, he knows how to communicate.
But staying there for a bit, looking at your leg, your knee. Hand cut, we got it. Got it. That was my favorite one. Let's do it again.
He has to handle the whole set, directing. At the same time, I have to act with him. He's figuring out the frames and his directing. And it is so amazing, like switch on and switch off. Once everything is done, he comes back as a kid, act with me.
Look!
What's wrong, man? At such a young age is amazing.
It was quite amusing, though. Sometimes we'd be acting and he'd be looking at the monitor and giving me lines, like an out-of-body experience.
Gorgeous. Yeah, got it. Let's go again.
We didn't have enough people to paint the rest of the wall, and he was painting the wall.
Looks like he's crying. It's amazing.
And then he'd drop it, and you go, action, and then act in it. He's everything.
Wow!
There was a moment in one of the many catastrophes where, you know, we got dropped by our studio for various reasons. And, you know, I was off licking my wounds, and then I get a call from my agents being like, you know, do you know Jordan Peele? And I was like, of course I know who Jordan Peele is. Like, well, he's watched your film and he really liked it. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really sweet. And he's like, yeah, he wants to talk to you. And I was like, what? And he's like, now, right now.
Monkey Man first came to my attention as a film that, if we liked, we might have an opportunity to pursue. And the first I heard of it was an action movie with Dev Patel. I heard that he also directed the film. My mind was blown that someone could try and direct themselves in this way.
Nice! Got it in cut, we got loads of shit.
Jordan Peele saw a slightly older cut of Monkey Man, and he fell in love with the film.
The first thing he said was, I want you to tell me everything that you've been through. I know it's been a tough journey. It was like a therapy session.
For Jordan and Monkey Paw to sit down and tell us, you have no idea what you got. You know, that was like a huge boost of energy. Like, we're like, okay, well, we got to get to the end of the line, you know? We went to Universal, and then we saw their excitement, and we're like, maybe we did something good.
Collaborating with Dev, it's the best idea wins.
If I'm making a point to him, if he's making a point to me, he knows that my mission is to help him execute his perfect film.
It's not an ego thing.
Woo! Magic!
Monkey Paw has been nothing but great. It was the perfect boost of inspiration we needed at that point, and we took some of his notes, we tossed it back and forth.
Oh. Jordan lifted it up, brushed the dust off, and put it back on the mantelpiece and gave us a second life.
It was literally like the Hijras coming in to just kick ass. That was Monkey Paw and Jordan.
I poured all of myself into this. I wanted to infuse it with some culture and social resonance, along with, you know, some cool kicks, punches, and the odd elbow here or there.
It's not every day that you see a brown man in an action genre.
You know, for me and for Monkey Paw, you know, the idea of representation and our big genre stories in a way we haven't seen is always going to be, you know, front and center for us, because those are the movies we really are longing for. Dev has created very distinct holy shit moments. There's a lot of, oh, oh, oh.
It's been a blessing, it's been an infliction at times. You know, there's a quote in the film. It's from an Indian philosopher. It goes, the pain will leave you once it's finished teaching you. And that became one of the core tenets that one of the characters says, and like it kind of encapsulated the whole film for me.
That's a picture wrap on Monkey Man.